26-year-old Luigi Mangione, the prime suspect in the murder of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson, has officially been arrested and will face charges in New York City. But a disturbing number of people on the internet are fantasizing about this man, thinking of him as this conscientious, handsome Italian, alleged killer. It's like the twisted infatuation with Ted Bundy, the infamous serial killer. The technical term is hybristophilia, defined as the sexual interest in and attraction to those who commit crimes. Oh, he's a monster, but he's a good-looking monster. Check out this thirst edit, and try not to get nauseous. Oh no. This is terrible. Nope. Nope. What should not be up for debate is that cold-blooded murder is evil. Like, seriously? Which is why the number of people swooning over Mangione's Italian physiognomy and heritage is freaky. This person wrote, "He took action against private health insurance corporations is what he did. He was a brave Italian martyr. In this house, Luigi Mangione is a hero. End of story." Someone else wrote, "Like a true Italian, Luigi Mangione's fatal error as an assassin was giving himself away by stopping to flirt with the cashier at the cafe before going to work." And this post reads, "Brat summer is over. Get ready for Italian winter." This twitchy headline reads, "He's too cute for jail." The hashtag free him has been trending on X. One woman wrote, "Free this hottie." It's getting way weirder though. Someone posted their tattoo of Mangione's face with the caption, "I should be allowed to visit him in his cell just for doing this." One woman who calls herself a journalist wrote, "Many men here think that Luigi Mangione is attractive to females because he's an intelligent, hot murderer. You don't understand the female psyche. It's crucial that he is a tragic hero. He suffered from an injustice and decided to sacrifice himself for a cause. Purity of heart." Even CNN's Casey Hunt isn't afraid to ask, on live television, to see his abs.
Yes, there's absolutely a bubbling anger about the inequity in the country writ large and in the healthcare system, no question. But so much of the clips we were watching at the top of this segment are driven by the fact that this is an attractive
And we got to drop the banner to show why.
And it is deeply troubling.
The desperate and awful Jimmy Kimmel had the audacity to share text messages between his staff on his show about how attractive Mangione is.
Tell me you're as obsessed as I am with this handsome CEO killer. Yes, so many questions, like, can I fix you? And Veronica says, I need him so bad. No, like so bad, so bad. Okay, so I would visit him in prison and bake him cookies maybe, perhaps more, but I haven't thought that far ahead.
And Jon Stewart, who's a relatively normal liberal, couldn't get a single audience member to applaud when he announced that they had captured Mangione.
They did appear to catch that guy today at a McDonald's in Altoona, Pennsylvania. It's true. Look, I'm sorry, guys.
What is happening? Why are we fetishizing a murder suspect? Mangione's background is certainly shocking. His family, old classmates, old roommate, they all can't seem to comprehend how this laid-back, smart Ivy League guy went off the rails. Here's RJ Martin, who lived with Mangione for 6 months in Hawaii shortly before he went MIA.
And the entire time that he lived at Surf Break, he was a great community member. He kind of followed by our values and our ethics to leave things better than you found them. He was always contributing, taking care of other people. And even after he moved out, he came and hung out and contributed to the community, spearheaded a book club. He and I became closer friends, working out, going to yoga classes, playing volleyball. He's the kind of guy who was doing his best to take care of himself, despite having some severe back pain.
A cousin of Luigi's, Nino Mangione, who's also a state representative in Maryland, put out a family statement on X. "Our family is shocked and devastated by Luigi's arrest. We offer our prayers to the family of Brian Thompson and we ask people to pray for all involved." A former colleague who worked with Mangione at a summer program at the University of Stanford told CNN, "I am flabbergasted. I never got the impression that he would self-destruct." So how did he self-destruct? It looks like he was radicalized. Mangione apparently had an affinity for the Unabomber. Mangione was an avid user of the book review app Goodreads. There, he left a public 4-star review on Ted Kaczynski's book Industrial Society and Its Future. Mangione called many of Kaczynski's predictions prescient, arguing the domestic terrorist should not have been written off as a mere lunatic. Instead, Mangione suggests the Unabomber could be seen as a political revolutionary. Here's what Patrick Jordan, the retired chief in the LA Sheriff's Department, said about Mangione's inspirations.
And he took great pains to avoid detection as he launched his attack. In fact, there's a classic sketch of him wearing a hoodie, and of course Mangione is wearing a hoodie. And as I read, after they captured him, and I read about the investigation, his actions that he took to hide his identity, the action Mangione took to hide his identity for the 2 weeks that he was in New York prior to killing Brian Thompson, it was just uncanny to me how consistent they were.
The jury is still out on Mangione's use of psychedelic drugs, though theories are pointing more in that direction. Mix a perverted respect for a maimer of human beings with magic mushrooms or the like, and you've got yourself an alleged assassin of a major industry leader. From his manifesto, Mangione had a serious bone to pick with health insurance. He genuinely believed they were doing evil. Mangione interacted with a lot of content on Twitter about how men are programmed for greatness and adventure and love to triumph over adversity. Mangione liked this tweet that said, "In the end, he rises above. He wins. He conquers. He conquers first himself, and then he conquers the threat. Men are made for impossible situations and daring feats. They are born with a hero's heart. This is innate." This is where people are getting the idea that Mangione was spending too much time in the manosphere. I'm not saying he's an Andrew Tate disciple, but he dabbles. But it's hard to put Mangione in a neat political box. He's clearly all over the map. But his opinions all seem to point toward societal rot is rampant, and it might take something explosive from one person to change it. There's no justification for what Mangione allegedly did, but the way that he eloquently rationalizes the act in his manifesto is supposedly what so many people on Twitter find appealing about him. They say, oh, he's this soft intellectual alleged killer, as well as his physiognomy. If you want to know about how Mangione was captured, how the police tracked him down to a McDonald's in Pennsylvania, and how he even made the alleged murder weapon himself, click here.